grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something, if you need it, you can grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something.
Hello all you wonderful people out there, welcome to Jamaican Experience. My name is Yaadie and today I'm going to tell you how I almost died. A big thank you to all the people who subscribe to our channel. Please keep it up, continue to do so, and subscribe, share, like and comment below. Remember that. So the story I'm going to tell you today happened in around 1999, and I remember it like it was yesterday. And usually I'm really blessed. Up to this date I hardly don't ever get sick, except maybe for a small cold or so, you know, nothing serious, thanks God. That time was just different. I had a cold which just would not go away. Instead it got worse. I mean, people who know me, they know I'm the last person who goes to a doctor. God no. I mean, I really have to be seriously sick to really go to a doctor. I hate doctors. I prefer to see them just from behind. So that time, I still try to do my chores and do like washing and in the kitchen and cooking, taking care of Chrissy and everything, like, and try not to make nobody notice like something wrong with me, until things really got a lot worse. I all of a sudden developed a high fever, and I'm not just talking a little bit of hot face or something, I'm really talking about fever. So somehow my boyfriend, he bought a thermometer just to be on the safe side, like, also, and he said close to 40. So I know when you're 40 or so, you really have a reason to be concerned somehow. And still, I did not want to go to the doctor. And I thought, well, it will just pass, you know, it's just a cold with a little fever and no worry and no problem, right? The people somehow, I just didn't know this time was absolutely different, because to the high fever I also got some really serious coughing, and the coughing just wouldn't stop. It got worse and worse, and it really did hurt my chest a lot. I mean, I remember the pain, it was so awful, and every time I tried to take a breath, like, also my entire chest just was in so much pain. I didn't know what was wrong with me. So my boyfriend, he made me some all sort of teas, you know, Jamaicans and their remedies, and this is good for that and that is good for this. And so he came up with the idea then later on to give me some garlic. See, up to this date I don't really like garlic anymore, just maybe a little tips of my food, but that definitely is it. So garlic tea never really did help, except it almost made me vomit because it was just too strong and too heavy, trust me. And we really start getting worried, like, you know. So of course I didn't want Chrissy to notice that I'm sick, so I still try to do my stuff, like, and somehow at night things really got a lot worse. And I remember the time when I really started getting concerned was when I started coughing blood. I mean, for the first time I coughed and I saw blood in my hand also, I mean, I was in shock, because there I knew something really is not right, and I really got concerned. Yeah, and then I remember one day I went into the kitchen, and remember we finished building the place. Remember the last story I told you about when my mom came for a visit, and so the place never was finished. So we started to finish it so we could live in there, and but actually really did happen, imagine. So our boathouse then, where we used to live before, that was now our sort of kitchen. So in order not to disturb Crystal, I went into the kitchen at night and I stayed there. I had a comfortable chair there, and I loved looking through a kitchen window. In front we had this big huge tree, I hope it's still there. And I was looking at the stars. There I could just be with myself, my boyfriend, he went to work because somebody had to make some money, right? And so I was all alone. Chrissy was sleeping and there was me. I was in so much pain, I can't even tell you. And I remember, I know this gonna sound crazy to a lot of you guys, right? But people who know me, they know I'm not a liar. I'm really telling you the truth. This really happened to me, right? So while I was looking through the window, all of a sudden it's like I couldn't hear anything anymore. It was really strange, and then everything just went pitch dark, and it was light inside. I mean, I saw the stars and everything, and you know, and all of a sudden everything just went pitch dark. And I remember next thing I started hearing some music I never heard before. Some really wonderful, nice, beautiful music, I tell you that, but I never ever heard it before. It did sound like out of this world. And then after everything just got pitch dark, all of a sudden everything was just engulfed in this whitish light. I don't know how to describe it really. It wasn't just white, it just was different. And it was all over like, and I did feel so much love. It was incredible. And I realized I didn't feel any more pain. I didn't have to cough anymore. I could breathe normally. I just felt like my normal self. And that alone was really quite an experience. I didn't know where I was or where I went. I don't have a clue. But it really was nice where I was. And I actually was thinking about just staying there because it was such a blessing not to have no more pain and don't have to cough anymore, and all of this would be just over and done with like. But hey, then there came this thought to my head, and I was thinking like, but Chrissy gonna be alone with my baby father, how he's gonna provide for her and taking care of her just by himself? And somehow that thought alone, I was just back sort of like in my body again, if you want to say it or call it like that. And I was back with my pain and the coughing and the blood came, and I mean, it was just the same situation as before. It was just horrible. And then something really strange happened the next day, because even before that we tried to sell our old larder a long time, and for some reason we couldn't find any buyer, right? But hello, the next morning someone came and actually bought the larder and paid in cash. I mean, that's a miracle, guys, really, right there. And we took the money and so, and my boyfriend, he took me to the hospital. I remember back then it was a half-moon hospital. It's a private clinic. I don't remember really why we went there also, but maybe because it was the nearest one. I still remember what I was wearing. It was some jogging suit from my mom, some colors I don't usually really like. I did lose a lot of weight and I was so weak I hardly couldn't walk, but hey, there you are. You have to fill out the papers first, you have to pay first. You know, if I die meanwhile, who cares, right? And I was sitting there and waiting together with some other people, and I don't know, I did feel so miserable. And then finally somebody called my name and I went to this room. They asked me to please lay down in the bed, and I lay down on the bed. A nurse came and she gave me an injection, and believe you me, it was like almost immediately also I could feel a big relief. Like the pain was gone. I could breathe almost normally again. So nothing to compare before. It was like really a miracle happened there. I felt like I could kiss and hug the nurse, and I was so grateful. Later on, I get to talk to the doctor, and guess what he told me? He said that I did have pneumonia, and I was lucky to be still alive, and I would have come just one day later, I would have been dead. So you see how God works in really mysterious ways. That experience stuck with me up to this day. I will never forget it, and it also somehow helped me that I'm not so afraid of dying anymore. Because I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, and as a Jehovah's Witness you believe you die and you just rot in your grave, and that was it kind of thing. But now I got the feeling that maybe there is something more than just that. But let me know what you think about that subject down below. Be happy to hear your opinion about that. So for today, that was it. My next story will be about how they framed my baby father in Jamaica and how he ended up in jail. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share and comment below. Bye bye.